Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Allow me to introduce Professor Kenric. He's the reason we're out here.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Worship.
Professor Kenric teaches at the University of Orlais.
I came on an exchange program from Starkhaven. While in Val Royeaux, I've found something incredible. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor.
I'm afraid I'm a little behind on my studies.
Inquisitor Ameridan stepped down shortly before the Nevarran Accord brought the Seekers of Truth into the Chantry. He hunted demons, dragons, and dangerous apostates in a time before Templars even existed.
I'm all for history if it means tracking down the equipment of a famous demon hunter.
If the last Inquisitor has been missing for 800 years, it's only fitting that today's Inquisition help find him.
Your scouts have gathered artifacts from the area. They may help us discover what Inquisitor Ameridan was doing.
I have news as well. We've encountered hostile Avvar to the north. They call themselves the Jaws of Hakkon. There's also an Avvar Hold to the east. Unlike the Jaws of Hakkon, they've been friendly so far.
The Jaws of Hakkon?
They're hostile Avvar who attack any Inquisition agents or researchers who get close. We've sent soldiers for defense, but the Hakkonites are cunning, merciless, and know the basin better than we do. I'm afraid our men will not be able to hold out long.
I thought we could catch up.
Of course.
They say you grew up in a village. Where did you learn how to fight? Draw a bow? All that?
Here and there. You pick things up as a little dwarf girl in a village filled with piggish Ferelden boys. I'm no artist with a blade. I just know what hurts, and what takes him down quick. Bruised a shin or two in my day, and a few, other things. And archery? Oh, there was a traveling hunter who set me up with my first bow and taught me the basics. After that, I practiced on my own. On squirrels, mostly. Oh, and Heinrich from next door, but only with padded arrows.
I hear you have family in Ferelden.
Yes, my mother and father. I insisted they moved to Denerim once I signed up with the Inquisition. Ambassador Montelier tells me I should invite them to Skyhold. She thinks they'd be proud of me. But after Haven, I just can't, It's not that I don't trust you or our soldiers, it's just... I just want them to be safe. And if that means they don't get to see things firsthand, that's okay. My mother likes writing letters anyway.
What do you think about the Avvar?
When I was a little girl, a lady in our village used to tell me Avvar tales. Being able to see their lives up close, it's nothing like I thought. They're very tall, aren't they? I was considering a proposal for Commander Cullen. Avvar allies with dwarven archers astride their shoulders. They'd be unstoppable.
Have you spoken to Kenric much?
A bit. He's quite nice, isn't he? And clever, really loves his books. I said hello one day while he had his nose buried in a giant tome. His shriek was a winner. I can't stop doing it now. It's too funny.
How do you like the Frostback Basin?
It's lovely, isn't it? At least until you step in a pile of bogfisher poo. The stuff's vile. It makes great fuel for starting fires, though, if you can tolerate the smell. I might suggest that to the commander. It could be great for sieges.
You want to use animal crap as a weapon. That seems underhanded.
Who said war was fair? I'd only recommend its use as a last resort.
We defeated Corypheus. I thought you'd have returned to your old life.
After everything I've seen, I don't think I could ever go back to my old life. Could you? I can't just pretend. I can't just pretend I'm the same person. I got a letter from my mother. She was happy the breach was sealed. She had no idea what we went through. And I don't have the heart to tell her.
We'll continue this another time.
Safe travels.
Scout Harding has an impressive team. Her people brought back a number of artifacts.
If you need something tracked, Scout Harding is your woman.
If only it were that easy. After 800 years, we can't just look for tracks. Barring enchantment, cloth and leather will have long since rotted away. Only metal and stone remain recognizable. Complicating this are recent pieces the Avvar left behind, and of course ancient pieces dating back to Tevinter. Fortunately, thanks to some period-specific buckling, I've been able to track our last Inquisitor.
You said there were pieces dating back to Tevinter.
Yes, while it's rare to see Tevinter ruins so far south, the Imperium once had an outpost of some sort here. They might have built it as a ritual site. I'm not sure what military value it could have. In any event, it's muddled up the research slightly, but I've accounted for it.
You lost me at buckling.
You'd think that a buckle was a buckle. But ever since people started belting on weapons, they've been adding bits. One piece here has a dragon engraving. With the alloys of the metals used, it's clearly Tevinter. While this one uses a clasp that wasn't invented until the dawn of the Elysian Empire. And when it comes to historical research, you might say we have to buckle down.
What do you have, Professor?
Everything so far points to the shore not far to the south. There was some sort of battle near the shoreline. They were in a hurry. The scouts reported an island near an Avvar fishing camp. But the Avvar won't say much about it.
What makes you think the last Inquisitor was fighting?
There's a clasp here common to armorlings. It's clearly torn. That only happens from a heavy shearing blow, like large claws or an axe. Then there's the dagger. Silverite, with a stylized dragon pommel and an inscription reading Cordilis. That dagger had to be a gift from Cordilis Dracon, first Emperor of Orlais. No one would just lose such a thing.
What can you tell me about the Avvar fishing camp?
Not much. It's the friendly Avvar, not these Jaws of Hakkon barbarians. According to the scouts, they wouldn't say much about the area. Likely a local superstition.
I'll find a way to that island and see if there's anything useful there.
Excellent. I'll continue to study what's been found. With luck, we'll both find some answers. Also, one of my research assistants, Colette, was investigating an old structure to the north. I'm not certain it's related to our investigation, but it couldn't hurt to check with her.
Stranger.
That Elsden. Always making up strange stories and looking at Elysian books.
Aye, it isn't natural. Must come from learning how to read.
is that commotion?
Your climbers seem tired, thanks. Or hunting. Is your hold beast well?
We hunt as well as ever, Thane Harrison.
You would be safer under the shield of the Jaws of Hakkon.
Hask Fisherson has taken victory in sight of the Lady of the Skies. Pav, you owe 4 rams to Hask, not 3.
Ha! Teared his tits.
Wind, lift your oaths to the Lady of the Skies, and hand the rams over come sunrise.
May your people be as strong as your hold beast.
We've heard of your arrival, Lowlanders. Come, share my fire where we might speak. I am Svara Sunhair, Thane of Stonebear Hold. You have guest welcome here. The Lowlanders have little love for your Dalish clans. I am impressed that you came to lead their Inquisition. You and your people have come far from the safety of the Lowlands.
Yes, given what we faced getting to your hold, we are nowhere near safety. We have learned that the last Inquisitor may have died here hundreds of years ago. We seek his body.
Giving peace to the dead is a worthy quest. Any help we can offer is yours. Sadly, the Jaws of Hakkon will not offer so warm a welcome. You have met their Thane, Gerd Harrison. I wager you have crossed blades with the Jaws of Hakkon in the wilderness. If you would search this place for your Inquisitor's body, they will want you to pay in blood.
How did you get the name Sunhair?
I was born Svara Janusdottir. For my legend mark, I once fought a battle with my hair on fire.
You lit your hair on fire?
An enemy archer lit my hair on fire. I was locked shield to shield with a foe, and I had no time to douse it. It scared my foes. My hair was braided long enough that I could spare it. It stank worse than goat shit, though.
When I first entered your hold, there was a climbing contest of some sort. What was that?
The test of the lady. We use it to settle disputes when it is not clear who has the right of it. There are others. For the test of the Mountain Father, you battle with verse while those who favor you hold you aloft. The test of Hakkon is battle with blunted weapons.
It seems as fair a way as any to decide such matters.
In many cases, the law is clear. The tests are only for real disputes. As Thane, I may guide the gods in finding who is worthy. I decide which test will settle the dispute. I may also ask a warrior whose claim is foolish to climb with stones strapped to his back.
I'd like to hear more about Stonebear Hold.
We are not the largest hold, but our warriors are strong, and our singers are pretty. Ah, words are for boasting around the fireside. You should look yourself, if you will.
I'd like to know more about the Jaws of Hakkon.
They are not the first hold to take that name. All have been foolish. What would you know of them?
What do the Jaws of Hakkon believe that makes them so angry?
A wise man honors each god to its strength. Bjorn Reedbeard for fishing, Rilla of the Fireside for making babies. The Hakkonites care only for Hakkon Wintersbreath, god of war and winter. There is no evil in Hakkon. There are times to fight, but the Jaws of Hakkon care for nothing else. They raid, they fight. Eventually they die and their stories are forgotten. It is the way of things.
What can you tell me of the people now calling themselves the Jaws of Hakkon?
They came here a few years ago, after the Blight took their hold. There was land enough for both, so we were friendly. We did not see their anger. Gerd Harrison lost too many in his hold to Darkspawn. He thought only of battle and war. To avenge a wrong is a good thing. But only a fool lights the world on fire to do it.
You said that there were earlier groups known as the Jaws of Hakkon.
Yes. Many ages ago. They thought of nothing but slaughter glory. They attacked the lowlanders. Your people fought back and destroyed them. They were fools.
I will speak with you later.
Farewell.
What is this? Are the Fishers of Stonebear Hold too rude to share a meal with friends? The Inquisitor! Let her blood bathe the blades of the Jaws of Hakkon! Death to the Lowlanders! Glory to Hakkon!
You are the lowlander they call Inquisitor. I am Arvid Rolfson. Well fought. The fish will feed on fool's heart wine this night. Thane's son here has sent word that you and yours have guest welcome in our land.
How long have you lived in the basin?
Stonebear Hold's been here a few generations. I was born further north, but we left before I could remember. It was a good life, until the Jaws of Hakkon arrived. They brought trouble with them. People are expecting a raid, but...
You don't agree?
They seem bigger fools than that, for all their boasting. I cannot say what they plan, but it bodes ill.
I find myself in need of a boat. I need to reach that island.
The Lady's Rest.
What?
That island belongs to the Lady of the Skies. The spirits want us to leave it be.
Of course they do.
I don't wish to disturb your lady, but it's important.
Thane's son here has given you guest welcome, and I have given you warning. The boat is yours. I hope you come back alive.
Runa should be here. Where did she get to?
Are you looking for someone?
My cousin Runa. She's off north climbing the hills instead of helping with the catch again.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
Ameridan, why? I can't. No, without. Sleep.
We're not going to leave that rift here, right?
Alana slept. I slept. To find him in dreaming. But the blood. She's gone. Talana wanted to reach Ameridan again. One more time. But she couldn't. I couldn't. I died. I tried to stay, but only pieces came through. You opened the sky for the rest of me.
You or she wanted to reach Ameridan again. We're also trying to find him.
Ameridan. Yes. Inquisitor. Beloved. She came with Ameridan to hunt the dragon.
The dragon?
Huge. Power like none had seen. It came from the mountains with the Avvar. Towns fell. All dead. One last favor for Emperor Draken. Slay the Avvar dragon. Save Orlais.
Can you tell me what happened to Inquisitor Ameridan?
They fought at the shore. Spirits and magic. Cold. So cold. How I found her. How she found us. They rested here. Then up the river. Metal spires. A way to stop the dragon. Then Talana returned here, alone. To wait for him. Forever waiting. Dreaming. Then dead.
We'll find Ameridan. You don't have to wait here anymore.
Thank you. It was hard. She went a long time ago. I stayed because she asked. Her things are there. She wanted them found.
Everything all right down there?
There! Go all under!
Kill the Inquisitor! Get
may I help you, Inquisitor?
A spirit on the island held the memories and possessions of Ameridan's lover, a woman named Talana. It told us that Ameridan was here on orders from Emperor Draken himself, and where he went next.
Andraste's dimples. I may have received tenure from that sentence alone. Ameridan had a lover. Talana, you said. The Inquisitor's Lady Mage. There was such debate over whether she existed. And there were orders? This was a request from Draken? This changes everything.
You don't have a problem receiving information from spirits?
It's not ideal, but since you found corroborating physical evidence, I see no serious issues. Any study of great wars and battlefields carries an inherent risk of contact with demons or spirits. When spirits are willing to talk, most historians love the chance of a first-hand report.
What does it change knowing that Ameridan was on a mission from Emperor Draken?
Everything. One current theory holds that Ameridan was selfishly throwing off his responsibilities to go hunting. Another suggests Draken had him removed or even killed because Ameridan opposed the Navaran Accord. But if this is true, then Ameridan was a loyal servant of Orlais. He was not an embarrassment. He was a patriot protecting Orlais while Draken fought in the Second Blight.
You were surprised to hear that Ameridan had a lover.
Yes. This Talana you mentioned. Her existence has been hotly debated. Some scholars took Inquisitor Ameridan's respect for the Chantry to imply that he remained celibate. In ages past, there were stories about him and his lover, a mage. They made it out to be a star-crossed romance. The Chantry silenced the stories strenuously.
When I helped the Avvar at Stonebear Hold, we learned that the Jaws of Hakkon once bound their god's soul to a beast. According to the spirits, the dragon Ameridan faced was powerful and accompanied by hostile Avvar.
You believe they could be one and the same? That would mean... Of course! Of course! Brilliant! 800 years ago, the Second Blight threatened a weak Orlais. A perfect time for the Avvar to attack. This Avvar god dragon could have endangered the Orlesian Empire had Ameridan not stopped it. That explains why he would accept such a dangerous mission. And likely how he died.
How bad would it be if the contemporary Jaws of Hakkon bound their god to a dragon again?
With Orlais still recovering from the Civil War and the Mage-Templar conflict, not to mention the scattered rifts and remnants of Corypheus' forces still causing trouble, a high dragon given malice and magic by an Avvar god spirit could, hypothetically, destroy much of Orlais. At least, I hope that was hypothetically.
You're not concerned about the literal existence of an Avvar god?
Not particularly. If the Jaws of Hakkon once bound their god to a dragon, it is likely just a powerful spirit. That isn't to downplay the important cultural significance to the Avvar, but magic does not equate godhood. Every blight comes from the old gods, which are also dragons corrupted by some outside influence. Sometimes I wonder if we really know what we mean by gods.
History forgot about an attack by a giant magic dragon. If you want something done right, the spirits said to follow the river to the north, and something about spires or spikes.
Up the river, the scouts have had trouble with Hakkonites up there. I'll continue my research, but for now, your guess is as good as mine.
What do you need me to do next, Professor?
That spirit on the island said something about Ameridan going upriver to, someplace with spires? While you search upriver, I'll continue studying these buckles. That, sounded better in my head.
I'll speak with you later.
up the river. That old Tevinter building must be what the spirit meant.
The Jaws of Hakkon must be guarding this place for a reason.
This is brilliant. This must be what the spirit meant. Excellent find. From what I can see, this is an ancillary station. Likely a scouting post for the larger structure to the east. What can it tell us about where Inquisitor Ameridan went?
I got Professor Kenric here safely. The rest is up to you.
Lady Harding was quite nimble in the wilderness.
I'll be watching to make sure the Hakkonites don't come back.
This is Tevinter, from well before the last Inquisitor's time. I understand they use such tiles as locks. Interesting, though not likely related to Ameridan. I believe it's the word for light. It's some sort of clue to this barrier. Not sure how.
That didn't work.
done. Well done indeed.
That's something you don't see every day.
A pair of shrines. This one is clearly Andrastian, albeit from a very early period, likely pre-divine. But this is Elven, one of their gods. What was it? Every mother finds Druffalo among sleeping juniper groves. G something, the one with the deer.
That would be Gillenar, mother of the Hala.
Yes! Brilliant, thank you. Oh, that would have bothered me all day.
2 shrines for 2 lovers. Inquisitor Ameridan and Talana. Maybe Talana was an elf.
Oh, yes. That's good. The Chantry expunged references to elves before the Exalted March on the Dales. They erased the Canticle of Shartan. They must have done the same to Talana.
Do you think this is where Ameridan died?
No, this was a site of preparation, not burial. Ameridan and Talana put up this shrine together.
Look at those flowers. They're not native to the area. What if they were left at the shrine as an offering?
Yes. A night of prayer before battle against the dragon. But then where? Where? We're missing something. What are we missing? Oh, where did you go?
Professor, look at this. Shartan 10-7 and Transfigurations 10-1.
Shartan is dissonant. And before them, empty, outstretched, lay the land which led to the gates of Minrathous. And Transfigurations is, the light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world. Why these verses? Why would Inquisitor Ameridan take the time to carve this before going into battle?
Gates of Minrathous. Isn't there a Tevinter fortress in the area?
Yes. Oh, of course! The ritual site! To seal the dragon away, Ameridan's elven mage must have used a spell at a site of great power.
My scouts have checked the fortress. It's sealed behind a wall of ice. It has to be magic.
Let's look around. Ameridan found a way through that ice, so that way should be nearby.
This fortress, they left the wall of ice too well. To lock the door behind them?
And every lock has a key.
Like these trail markers. Ameridan must have known how to use them. If they can melt through the ice, that must be where Ameridan sealed away the dragon.
I'll follow the markers and see what we can find.